Snapdragon 8 Elite with overclocked performance cores were tested on a Galaxy S25 Ultra, but benchmark leaks scores do not do justice to the upgraded SoC. Samsung has reportedly failed to improve its 3nm GaN yields, which only meant that the company's Galaxy S25 lineup would exclusively launch with Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite. The Korean giant's top-end model for 2025 will be the Galaxy S25 Ultra, and just like on previous occasions, the company is expected to use a chipset with clock speeds operating at higher frequencies. Evidence of this overclocked Snapdragon 8 Elite was spotted in the latest benchmark leak, but sadly, the scores do not reflect the increase in clock speeds. Galaxy S25 Ultra fails to cross the 10,000 points barrier in Geekbench 6's multi-core results, even with an overclocked Snapdragon 8 Elite for a couple of generations now. Samsung has opted for a better performing version of Snapdragon chipsets, which are categorized under the Snapdragon for Galaxy banner. While we do not know if a Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy will ever roll out for the Galaxy S25 series, a TechInfo Socials was kind enough to reveal some benchmarking results of the Galaxy S25 Ultra, with the tests posted on December 30th. Looking at the specifications, it appears that Samsung will not launch a 16GB RAM version of its most premium flagship as standard, as the device has been tested with 12GB RAM. Fortunately, the good news is that Samsung is rumored to introduce 12GB RAM as standard for Galaxy S25 models, with an exclusive 16GB RAM variant for the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Coming to the scores, the default clock speeds of the Snapdragon 8 Elite's performance cores run at 4.32 GHz, but in Geekbench 6, we note that the same performance cores are operating at 4.47 GHz, with the efficiency cores clocked in at 3.53 GHz. Despite this upgrade, the Galaxy S25 Ultra fails to cross the 10,000 points barrier in the multi-core result, which is disappointing to see because a reference design featuring the same chipset obtained a higher single-core and multi-core result. However, benchmarks are not everything, and oftentimes, smartphone makers will compromise battery life and the overall experience in exchange for securing the highest single-core and multi-core result in Geekbench 6. Given that the Galaxy S25 Ultra has been reported to stick with a 5,000 mAh battery as previous generation models, optimizing its endurance would likely be Samsung's objective. Then again, with an overclocked Snapdragon 8 Elite, we hope to see better results in a separate test, so stay tuned.